Good evening. I'd like to call the June 18th Columbia County Board of Commissioners meeting to order. Ask Commissioner Galius to engage.
Father, please. Our most merciful and generous Lord, we thank you for all the blessings you grace our community with. Thank you for our first responders, all of the resources we have in our county to provide abundant life. We ask you to come dwell with us as we consider the matters before our county. Amen.
Please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Do we have a full quorum? Commissioners, you have the minutes from the previous meeting, 1st of June 4th. Approval, I'll accept a motion to do so.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, raise your right hand. We also have the executive session meeting minutes.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, raise your right hand. Approved. Johnson, is the agenda set?
I believe it's ready for your approval, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. I just want to welcome everybody to the Board of Commissioners meeting today. And if anyone wants to speak, we do have forms back there. You can fill one out and bring it to Ms. Patrice. If not, then so be it. Also, sooner or later, it's going to be on the web, right? How long does it take to do that? Next day. Impressive. At any rate, so if you have any reason to watch this again, which out on the web. Under special recognitions, we do have the June Employee of the Month, Mr. Rico Green, and Water Utility Central Lab, and Commissioner is going to that award.
Clayton? Oh, this is. I understand. I know. Good deal. I'm going to read Mr. Green's bio. Green graduated from Augusta Technical College and began working for the Columbia Water Utility in 1997 as a maintenance worker. 2002, operator license and was foreman in the department. Also began volunteering off days in the central lab. Rico was promoted to lab technician in 2003, water lab analyst license in 2003, wastewater lab analyst license in 2004. Rico is currently the assistant lab manager and holds a water treatment plant operator license and a wastewater treatment plant. I'd like to
Absolutely. Rico is like one of our greatest employees, especially dealing with the customers. He always has a smile on his face. Come on, smile for me. He's been a great employee the whole time that he has worked with us. The lab used to consist of Rodney and me. And then when we got bigger and had to do more testing, Rico had already been working in the lab and did a great job. So he became our third person in our group, and it was great. But recently, I got 2 calls in a row from customers one week and then the very next week. And people don't normally call us unless they're upset about something. I'm sure you can relate, Mr. Administrator. So I had these 2 people call just to tell me what a great job Rico had done when he came out there to investigate their complaint. And he explained what he was going to do, what tests he was going to do, what sampling, and told them he would get back to them. And he did get back to them, and they were just amazed that somebody actually followed through and did what they said. So I thought this was a great opportunity to nominate him for Employee of the Month. He does work hard. He works a lot. He works extra hours. We had some issues on a weekend, and I called him right up, and he went right out there to deal with it and to collect the samples that we needed. So we really appreciate his work. As Mr. Clayton alluded to, the only little downside we have is he's a Mets fan. But we can get around that. The Rodney Sylvie here is his direct manager, so I'll let him say a few words.
Well, it's my pleasure to work with Rico. We've been working together for 17 years, gone by. The family should be very proud of him because we are at the lab. I can only say that every accomplishment that we've had at the lab, Rico's definitely been involved in it. So I want to personally thank you for all the work that you've done. I think the county has got a winner. I'm a fisherman, and a lot of times you go out there fishing, you catch some, you want to throw them back. Catch some, you catch some keepers. Every now and then you'll catch a trophy. In my opinion,
Oh, Lord.
Here we go.
I was gonna let them handle it, but I can't. Oh, look. Some employees come. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. Let me say the pledge with this one. Some employees come to work dragging. Oh, I got to be at work today, and I wish I was somewhere. Not Rico. Rico, every time I ever run across him, it's smiles, it's laughter. He's encouraging other folks. There's a light. Where light is, darkness has to be. Very, very proud of you, Rico. Glad to have you on the team.
No, Margaret, come back.
Rico, would you like to say something?
I just want to say thank you. You know, Waterworks, came from Bojangles, able to take a chance on somebody like me. I appreciate it. We got a great team. I see one of my former coworkers back there. I'm glad she was able to make it. My family. I just want to say thank you. Hey, what took so long?
Well, Rico, you will get your name on the Employee of the Month. You'll get off with pay, dollars. Yeah.
Commissioners, you have the consent agenda in front of you. These are items that have been through committee and received the necessary votes to be placed on this agenda. They're set up so that we can approve them or disapprove them all with one vote. So, accept a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor signify by raising your right hand. Motion carries. On the debate agenda, we have Commissioner Allen, you have a resolution for the budget.
Sir, I would like to make a motion to approve resolution number 19-60, adopting an annual budget for all funds of Columbia County, Georgia, fiscal year 2019, 2020. 2019, 2020. Want me to read that
Anybody
again?
feel like seconding it? Or
I'll second.
Johnson, can you give us a rundown on our pending budget?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, as you know, the budget process starts every year. Around the second week of January, we start that process. We've been through numerous meetings with our staff, with the elected officials. All of you have been involved in meetings as we've gone through the budget process. We do use a zero-based budgeting method, so it means we start out with our needs, not just what we had last year. As a result, this year, that number came in a little over $4 million above what our revenues were going to be just in the general fund. Then we have to go through the process of cutting that budget back and trying to make sure that we identify the needs for this particular year. We were able to do that. We were able to do that and establish the 2% contingency that the Board of Commissioners asked us to put in the budget. Actually, it's 2.02% this year. The balanced budget you have before you does include some new hires this year. Those are listed for you. General fund and also in the additional funds. We did use a conservative number with our approach to revenues. The digest actually has come in now, and it's actually higher than what we projected it to be. But we do still have appeals, so we'll have to do that before you set the millage rate. That'll be something we'll take up at a later time. But we were also very conservative with our sales tax revenues as well. All told, this year the budget's about 3.5%. Actually, I believe it's 3.74% higher than last year's general fund budget. We have 32 different budgets in front of you, the general fund being the one that we spend the most time on. But all the budgets that are presented to you are balanced as required by law. And I'll answer any questions if anything in particular. There were several reclassifications and all those things that we deal with every single year, and those have all been listed out for you all to be able to read. The salary study is also included in this year's budget approval process. We have our internal auditor, Serrata Maddox Evans, every year does that salary study. This year the impact was small, it's a little over $1,300 with the salary study. That is included in the budget, but the salary study itself is part of the approval. So this is a three-step process, the approval of the general fund budget, all included in the resolution, all included in a single budget.
Questions or comments? I would like. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to thank staff and all the everybody that worked on the budget, all the elected officials. It's a big process, and it's a lot goes into it, and I really appreciate the effort that everyone puts into it and how serious they take it, and not just going out there asking tremendous amount. Everybody looks at it with a conservative eye, and I really appreciate that.
Again, this is, I guess, my fifth budget. So I'm just impressed with the way you work with other constitutional officers, the sheriff, tax commissioner. We have just a good thing going in Columbia County because everybody works together. And everybody's reasonable, and every year we have a balanced budget. Really a good thing, I think, the federal government could learn. Any other comments? All in favor signify by raising your right hand. Budget's approved. Commissioner Malier.
I have several items on the agenda today. First, I make a motion to approve the rezoning from C2 to M1 for a proposed warehouse and distribution for property located at tax map 074082B and 082.
Second.
Doctor?
Summed it up pretty well, sir. This is a warehouse distribution center. Staff has looked at it. There are some variances that will be brought up next for your consideration to make this project work. Staff does recommend approval as well.
Well, just speaking, I have some serious concerns about the applicant for a while. Would you please stand, Mr. Lanter? Now, would you guys have serious concerns?
I see what you're talking
Mr.
about.
Lincoln.
Any more ragging of the applicant? No. All in favor signify by raising your right hand. Carries.
I make a motion to approve the request for a variance to section 90-98, list of lot and structure requirements, 90-139, buffers and screening, and 90-147H5, use provisions, for property located at tax map 082B and 082, subject to the conditions enumerated in the June 6, 2019 Planning Commission report.
Second. Either cheap shots at the candidate? All in favor?
I make a motion to approve the second reading of resolution number 19-19 to establish Streetlight District 133B in Callaway Woods at an upfront poll cost in the amount of $1,872.76 and an annual cost of $2,124.
Second.
Any discussion? Favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. That's on the debate agenda. Any legal matters, Mr. Driver?
No legal matters tonight.
I still don't know what request for review by committee is. I ask that every time. Nothing. Any public comments? Station.
I would like to say something
Please.
real quick. I don't mean to take away from Mr. Green's recognition tonight, but I had 2 calls also with people complimenting our different departments. The best man in my wedding had a fire in his attic. He was in the shower when lightning struck his house, and he had a fire in his attic. So he called me and wanted to let me know what a great job fire services did. Response, the time, sheriff's department being there. Gold Cross was there. Everybody was there. Everybody was professional. He just couldn't, stop raving about, with a bad experience, the good side of it. So, and then that was on Saturday. And then on Monday, I get a call from a real close friend of ours, and he had a stray dog that was hanging around over at his house over the weekend. And so he called Animal Services. They was out there. I forgot the employee's name, I'm sorry, but he just raved what a great job that young man did. And to call and leave a message of what a quality, employee we had. I just, I wanted to I'm speaking to mostly our folks and they know because they do that type job also, but just the quality of people that we have in our county and working for the citizens is outstanding.
It's a good time to call out Chief Wallen, especially with the work that you guys did up in Thompson, the Georgia Pacific Fire. You had multiple men and multiple machines up there for days, I guess, working to help put that fire out. And the mayor of Thompson called and thanked me for all the efforts that you guys put into it. We really appreciate how you step out, not only helping our residents, but supporting the community. We have some executive session items. If it's your pleasure, we can deal with them in open.
Yes, sir, they're property items. I would like to do those. All right. I make a motion to approve resolution number 19-21, declaration of taking an order by condemnation for a portion of tax map 061025 for the temporary and permanent easement for the Lewiston Road widening project.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand.
Okay, bear with me, this one's long. I make a motion to approve $12,000 to Eric E.U. Parcel 11, $15,000 to the estate of Peter Gary Hammond by Linda Baker as executor, and the estate of Mamie Lou Hammond by Bernice Corley and Joseph Henry Hammond as co-executors, Parcel 12, $19,200 to William Morrison Jr., Parcel 16, $16,100 to Kevin McAlphin, Parcel 19, $30,000 to Samarkam and Sonal Patel, Parcel 20, $12,800 to Christopher M. Peterson as trustee of the Christopher M. Peterson Living Trust dated October 13, 2005, Parcel 26, $45,100 to Metro Homesites LLC, Parcel 39, $114,900 to Metro Homesites LLC, Parcel 41, $12,000 to Matthew D. McCready, Parcel 71, $15,550 to Francis F. Anderson, Parcel 84, $13,400 to Francis F. Anderson, Parcel 86, $13,200 to Timothy P. Roush, Parcel 100, $77,500 to MFP Holdings LLP, Parcel 106, $75,300 to Georgia Power Company, Parcel 107, $10,300 to Jose A. and Megan M. Onate, Parcel 131, $1,700 to Mayo Place Properties, LLC, Parcel 133, $500 to Stephen Russell Payne Revocable Trust and Daniel W. Hammond's Parcel 135, $2,300 to Thomas Fleming, Parcel 136, $1,300 to Thomas Fleming, Parcel 138, and $3,800 to Thomas J. Limpert and Jillian Lee Stewart, Parcel 180, to obtain right-of-way and/or easements for the TIA project PI 0008346 for State Route 28 Fury's Ferry Road widening project.
Anyone need to have that repeated? Yeah, right.
That was a lot.
What was that part in the middle again?
Second. How many more we got, Mr. Slocker, after this?
94 on that part, on that project.
94 parcels. All in favor signify by raising your right hand.
I have one more. This one's not quite as long. I make a motion to approve $46,200 to WH Capital LLC Parcel 8, $460,000 to Murray Brothers Land Development LLC Parcel 13, $237,200 to Kyoto Inc. Parcels 15 and 17, $86,000 to Frank R. and Leah B. Murphy Parcel 34, $139,000 to Village at Hereford Farm LLC Parcel 61, and $71,500 to Edward Prescott Jr. Parcel 79 to obtain right-of-way and/or easements for the TIA project PI 0008350 for the Lewiston Road widening project.
Second. Blocker.
16.
Dean Moore.
Close.
All in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. Any other reason we need to continue the meeting?
I'd like to motion we adjourn, sir.
Second.
All in favor, raise your right hand. We're out of here. 20 minutes. That was a wild card there. That's like a
Public recognition even.
No, I meant you. Second.